Ladies and gentlemen, it is here. Training camp day 12 was a joint practice between the New York Giants and the Detroit Lions, who the Giants roll in town. We will face them in Friday's preseason home opener, and I am most excited. I will be at the joint practice tomorrow and also at the preseason game on Friday. Now, most of the starters will not play, if any of them won't play on Friday. Dan Campbell has pretty much said that this is the kind of game action that they'll get. The closest they'll get is probably these joint practices. Now, if you missed one, the first one today, because it was a loyal ticket season holder thing, then you can go tomorrow. Joint practices begin at 10:30 a.m. A little later than usual. But coming from Pride to Detroit, I can't wait till tomorrow when I can kind of interject my thoughts into theirs as well, like what I saw and stuff like that. So I'm very excited about this. I will be there on the 17th as well. But we had some offense. We had some defense. We had teams. I mean, this is what these guys were waiting on. It had to be a mess, chaotic, 180 people. Remember, these are full 90-man rosters that are out there. So without further ado, let's take a look at the information coming from Pride of Detroit. The first thing we're going to do is take a look at the offense coming from Jeremy Reisman. He says it was another big day for Dylan Drummond, who has basically been the third best wide receiver for all of Lions camp, trailing only St. Brown and Raymond. He creates more separation than anyone on the second team, and he's got very reliable hands. On a crosser route over the middle, Drummond snagged a pass that was a yard or so behind him. He's a good player, Jared Goff said after practice. Man, he does everything right, continually shows up. I know he's good on special teams from what I've heard. For me, he's a guy that continually is exactly where he's supposed to be on time. He's fast. He's sudden. He's smart. He's got good hands. How many more adjectives can I say? He's a good player. Wait a minute. That's kind of a big deal. I'm not saying that this guy's better than Jamison Williams, but he said all of camp that he's been the third best wide receiver. And we've heard about Jamison Williams having some fantastic days. We've seen and broken down a couple plays as well. But St. Brown, Khalif Raymond, no mention of Josh Reynolds, no mention of Jamison Williams, no mention of Denzel Mims. We're talking about a guy who we did a video on yesterday that got a call-up who didn't even get drafted. He got a call-up to try out. This is outstanding. Now, I'm not trying to paint the Jamison Williams slander picture. That's not what I'm saying. We know that he has to practice. He'll get his stuff during the preseason. That's when it's going to come. And Drummond could fall off during the preseason. But Jamison's going to be on this team. He's going to be fine. But that's saying a lot for a guy that is trying to make an NFL roster. Unbelievable. That's fantastic. This was also a breakout practice for Jamir Gibbs. During normal 11-on-11s, he shook a Giants linebacker out of his shoes, not literally, after taking a pass. And during red zone drills, he scored 2 touchdowns. On the first, with the first team offense, the Lions ran a play action rollout, and Gibbs was wide open in the flat for an easy score. The second, with the twos, the Lions ran a screen that was both well blocked and fooled the Giants defense. Gibbs exploded downfield for a 16-yard run, but there was a flag on the play. But it's unclear what the call was. Now, we've been talking about practice, not a game. We've been talking about practice. But this is very close to a live game. And I've seen reports all day long coming from Twitter that the Lions were dominating the New York Giants. Now we can kind of get an idea of what. Now our guys aren't facing our guys. That happens a lot. Most of camp is like that. And if it weren't for the joint practices, it would be more guys facing our own guys. And everybody's saying it. Dan Campbell was amped today. He couldn't even stay still at the podium because this is when it gets real right here. And to see Jamir Gibbs wide open, we're going to see a lot of that. I promise you. I promise you that any reservations that you have of whether Jamir Gibbs was worth the 12th overall pick, even after watching Inside the Den, you will not have them after this year. I promise you that. This kid is going to break something. We haven't seen an 80-yard run since Javid Best, and I think we're going to get that, maybe more than one this year. We're going to see some explosive run plays. where he cuts up that line and he cuts in the middle. That offensive line opens up a big old hole and he is gone because you're not going to chase him down. But that was the offense. What about the defense? Let's continue on. Two minor notes to make with the first team defense. For one, Derek Barnes got a little more time with the ones, and rookie Jack Campbell slid back with the twos alongside Malcolm Rodriguez. Campbell still got some reps with the first team, but Barnes continues to impress and earn time with the starters. Derek's playing really fast, as Alex Anzalone said after practice. He's put in the work these past few years. To me, he's becoming a complete player as far as run and coverage. Additionally, with Brian Branch becoming more and more of a feature with the starters, it's moved C.J. Gardner-Johnson to safety and Tracy Walker with the second team defense. While you never want to read too much into first team reps, it's becoming clear the Lions believe Branch should be on the field more often than not right now. Ife Melifonwu split time with Savion Smith alongside Walker with the twos, while James Houston and Julian Okwara split time as the second team Sam linebackers. Wait a minute. Tracy Walker playing with the twos. Remember I told y'all that Tracy Walker was probably going to be the odd man out next year. Brian Branch is going to make sure he's on the field. He's going to find a way to get on the field. C.J. Gardner-Johnson. This is exciting, man. It really is, because we're not talking about our own guys. We're not talking about our own guys. When it's our own guys, it's like, okay, cool. That's cool. We're talking about a different team, different guys. These guys haven't played the Giants. They haven't played. They don't know their tendencies. They don't know. This is exciting. It's hard not to get excited. And then knowing I'm going down there tomorrow too, it's like, ooh, it's hard not to get excited. That's just a little bit. I'll let you guys read the rest at Pride of Detroit. I'll link all the source information will always be in the description. So you feel free to check it out. I'm going to send you guys over there to make sure you do that. Show them guys some love, because without them, we wouldn't have the access that we have to get you our take. This is fantastic. I cannot wait to see this with my own eyes tomorrow. I hope that it's just as good as today. And it probably will be, because, again, we're not going to see a ton of the starters on Friday, which kind of sucks, because last year, at least, they played one drive. And I think the most we'll get is one drive. They played one drive all preseason. And I hope that we see them maybe a quarter or so in the last preseason game. But Friday, I expect to see them on the opening drive. Goff, Gibbs, all the starters will be out there. Even Jameson will be out there as well. So give me your thoughts below, man. I mean, we talked about this Dylan kid, and he is definitely making waves in camp. I can't wait to see it with my own eyes tomorrow. Does he have an opportunity to make the 53? That would be a story right there. Let me know your thoughts on Jamir Gibbs as well. The usual, St. Brown was in beast mode. You know, that's nothing we don't know. But let me know your thoughts, man. This is going to be, I'm super excited right now. That's kind of why I'm so calm and I'm doing this video like this, because I'm so excited I can't contain it. So this is me containing my excitement. Don't forget about the live stream watch party. Get your tickets. That's what this QR code on the screen is for. Tickets are selling. You want to make sure you get those tickets. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. If you're going to camp, I will see you tomorrow. Look for me I will have on a Jeepers Creepers looking hat. So see a dude with a big old hat on and some sunglasses is probably me. All right. And as always, go Lions. I'll see you tomorrow.